things I say, I'm speaking to my people.
If you ask me, I'll tell you what is wrong with the world. We're being desensitized from the things we should feel. Living our lives in these times while we suffer inside, and we can't see the problems cause the masses are blind. Let's try and find a solution. We're not helping ourselves. We're walking around unattached and disconnected from self. Too comfortable and too scared. That's why we never rebel. That's why we catch me writing rhymes and trying to balance the scales. Put car on the roads. It seems like dawn of the dead. Zombies, robots, lemons being misled. It's like we're sheep to the slaughterhouse on the conveyor belt, about to self-destruct cause we're under a spell. We search for purpose but nothing ever surfaces. We need to be accountable cause we're deserving this. Alarm bells are ringing but it's like you refuse to wake up. Subconsciously you're hitting on the snooze. It's just another day in this world while we're living under the spell. When you travel through realms, just make sure you prevail. Elevate for yourself. You need to stop sleepwalking. We're blinded by the rubbish and glamorized materials. Imperialism has got us fearing rules. I'm tired of these rappers rapping about their cars and jewels. If you take a step back, they will define buffoons. The saddest thing is that they're in the minds of all the children. They keep our money motivated and that's how they kill them. But do we care? No. Young money's here. That's why I aim this 2 inches above your earlobe, so we can all start pulling in the same direction. Cause it seems to me like we've lost that connection. Man, you've sold your soul, so you show no affection. Get to know yourself and love your reflection. It's like your brain's a phone and you got no reception. Arm your mind with knowledge, use it as a weapon. Alarm bells are ringing, but it's like you refuse to wake up. Subconsciously you're hitting on the snooze. It's just another day in this world while we're living under the spell. When you travel through realms, just make sure you prevail. Elevate for yourself. You need to stop sleepwalking.
There has to be some accountability. You have to have some self-accountability. You have to say to yourself, what am I going to do that's right for me, man? When am I going to take ownership for what I do to me and my people?
What's up, everybody? Back with another video. And I get a call. Oh my God, hold on one second. I can wait on that call. But let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if we're good. Good to see you, Angel. Let me know if we're good. Y'all can hear me. This is a restream from the last stream. It's Friday, so it's a little busy. So I just wanted to do a stream. Swinging the sword. And all right, good, Kimmy. Swinging the sword a little bit. Tell about a live stream, like I said last one. Got to put my brother in the live stream. And if, like I said, the last one, if you aren't subscribed to his channel, go subscribe to his channel. And where is it? Go subscribe to his channel. Just put in Wise Wake Up. It's 1984. Last stream he did was a really good stream. I came in towards the end. But it was a good stream. Space Mug also joined. So it was a really good stream. So check that out if you want to. And yeah, so that's my brother's channel. Wise Wake Up is 1984. You just put that in, it should pop up. And you'll be on there. But I gotta put him in here because it's I said in the last stream, but it's more of like we be on the same type of frequency in a sense, though we're totally different. And no one's ever going to be the same. No one expects to be the same. But unfortunately in the programmed area, you know, they have programmed people to try to be the same, but our morality lines up, our morals line up. So that being said, I gotta place him, my brother, in the stream, you know, and shout out to him. That's why I picked this thumbnail. And it speaks for itself. And like I've always said, we go back to being, censored before censorship was, you know, before it was trendy, before it was cool. There was a lot of us that were being censored and deleted, and it was because of the algorithm. Truth Virus was one of those, um, and a lot of other people. We were censored before they even had censorship policies, and it was like, what's going on? They created policies for our categories. Shout out to Linda Lau. They had policies for they had categories and policies literally for us. And I always reminisces on the thumbs down days. They removed the thumbs because of us, because of the unity and the common united front that we had at one point. They knew they had to get us in. Then once they got us in, is when the MK Ultra started to do his magic. You know, so I like this thumbnail right here, and it has all the stuff, some stuff, not all the stuff, but some stuff that has been pitched, on the internet for people to fall in these cracks and crevices, and you know when you don't fit in, I mean, it is what it is. It's self-explanatory. You know, you don't fit in. It's self-explanatory. So yeah, um, you know, and now, right now, in the time we're in, right now is the best time that we could see all this stuff at play. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't thank you. I wouldn't be surprised if they linked the flat earth, and they link everything that we've been. I'm telling you, I would not be surprised, because they are. I mean, it's literally. I mean, the Epstein files literally is all the truther stuff, kind of. It's all the stuff that they've collected, the data, and I think they've used AI to create this weird novel. You know what I'm saying? And they're just acting it out. I mean, it's pretty wild. It's crazy, man. What's good, man, cat? It's pretty crazy, man. And I just sit back like, yo, like look at this. Like every day is amazing, man. And then I got, the flock members that I dive down to, because I had to go down into where the political minds are, to study them. And I've been studying them for over a year now, so I've been studying, I told y'all a long time ago, you know, I got out of the whole truth and nonsense and, realized what it is, what it was, what we're under, and the AI and learning all this stuff. And now the AI, is programming the human, and, pretty much that's what's walking around. It's artificial intelligence. I mean, it couldn't be more clear. And all these little factions of people that are locked in these doorways, they can't think outside of it. I mean, there's no it's either you're follow me or F you. We don't like you. That's what these CIA, MK Ultra mind control communities are all about, you know? So, yeah, you already know, Angel. You already know. I mean, it's that's the biggest, honestly, that's the biggest internet troll, you know? That is the, I don't know how they know that what everybody's doing, but it couldn't be more evident when you sit behind a device all day. That's what you're doing, you know? It is what it is, you know? That's why that's why I quit, because once I saw, you know, everything for what it was, and there's no point for me no more. I'm just here for the selected, very limited few that understand. And those people slowly fall off because just like Wise, you used to see people around that rock with him, don't rock with him no more. Why? He cut their head off. You know, that's what happens when you swing the sword. You cut their head off. You chop the head off. So when you chop the head off their illusion, they can't handle it and they scatter away. You know, there's people that don't be around here that was always around here. Well, we come through swinging the sword. Unfortunately, people are gonna get cut. I mean, we come through. If you ain't behind or on next, right beside, you might be in the crossfire of the sword of truth, right? And all this, what the sword of truth revolves around is morality and morals. I've always told y'all about morals and principles. If you ain't got morals and principles, you ain't got shit. What's good, Cuts? If you don't have morals and principles, you don't have shit. Okay, nothing. Morals and principles, you got nothing. And that's morality. You don't have shit. Zero. There's not, you don't have a foundation. Therefore, it is what it is. And I'm at the point to that's where I'm at, you know? If I that's where I'm at, learning all this stuff, going through all this stuff, experience, man, experience. I got years of experience in real life and on the internet, like both in real life and on the internet with so many different factions, so many different people. You know, I've learned a lot, and what I've learned is the program and the human being. You know, the program and the human being, whatever you want to call the creatures, right? Whatever you want to call us. I learned it. I understand it. So, that being said, um, that being said, I could come back here and tell you guys the program. I could tell you why, this is happening, that's going down, you know, and without making any kind of putting any kind of like magician shit behind it, you know, without making it a magic trick. So, it's just where we're at, man. And it's rapidly declining. You see all the stuff going on. Marco Rubio, he goes over to Europe, basically tells them either you with us or you ain't. Then next thing you know, we already know. I know Marco Rubio is who the real government is looking at to help stop or thwart or combat or adjust to the BRICS economy, the global economy coming on. You know, it's not being portrayed that to the public, but behind the scenes, the actual people that believe there's a country in government, all right, are going to a guy who's connected to the oligarchs, Marco Rubio, and working for them to try to, salvage this. Because remember, there's two frameworks of government. All right. That's why you don't see, certain things, because there's actually two frameworks. There's the what they would call a coup, right? Within the government. You know, remember, there's been people on there in government for mad years. You know, they still think there's a country. You know, they still believe in this system. But you got other players in there that know exactly what they're doing. You know, they're taking down the ship. You know, and then I got people who tell me, "Oh, it's all the New World Order. It's all the same people. It's all, you know, it's the globalists and the elite controlling it all. They're doing it all." Uh, uh-uh, that ain't it. That's what we've been sold. That was over here in these realms. We were sold that. Ironically, through all of these things listed here and then some, that idea was pitched to all of them. You know, that idea was pitched to all of them. Hold on, guys. That idea was pitched to all of them through this MK Ultra program. So, hold on. So, people have this embedded in their mind, and you can't change that. You cannot change that at all. And now, when they see stuff like Prince Andrew getting arrested, all right, all this other stuff, it's like, oh, they're ones that are awake, right? Supposedly. Oh, yeah, it's just, it's a psyop. They're just, moving the pieces so they could be in the New World Order. Well, that's not the case. You can clearly see they're destroying the colonial map, the crown. You could literally see that right now. Everything they're doing is the destruction of that infrastructure. Why would they be destroying just that infrastructure? And they're not destroying the whole world infrastructure. They're destroying the American tied infrastructure to the dollar. That's clearly what they're destroying. So that means the whole world isn't in on that. That can't be more obvious. All right, you got other nations growing. If the dollar collapsed, these nations aren't affected. So what are you talking about? You know, what could you possibly be talking about? I asked him, what elites? Who? Let me know. Break it down. And I won't get the elites. They'll say the Rockefellers. I'm saying, okay, the Rockefellers. What? Right? Where? What do they control? What do they own? Show me. And you'll quickly realize that ain't it. That's exactly what people are. NPCs, AI. We don't even gotta call them NPCs no more. We know they're AI. You know, they're artificial intelligence. That's what the AI was here to do: make humans artificially intelligent, and that's what they've done. So, yep. So you got all of that going on, right? Okay. And then you got this big news. I'm gonna jump right to it because I don't want this to be long. So, oh man, I don't got it on here. Where is it at? Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get this going. All right. And then y'all can still hear me. Let me put this up. Oh, wait, that's not it. Okay. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. It's loading. So, you got this in the news. This is in the news right now. Big news. They're going crazy, right? 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 This is the big news, right? Glyphosate, right? Promoting the national defense by ensuring an adequate supply of element phosphorus and glyphosate based herbicide. It's been all over the news, right? That's been all over the news, right? Now, I don't want to jump ahead, but that's been all over the news, right? Hold on 1 second. It's been all over the news, okay? 1 second. Boom. Okay. Hold on, guys. Stay tuned for this one. This is all you seeing in the news. And this is where my brother Wise and I come into play. And I know he's gonna run to the border with this one. Took me 2 seconds. As soon as I heard the story, I said, "Oh, come on. I know what they're doing. I know exactly what they're doing." Right? Right? Okay, they loaded. Right? Okay. Whoops, Jesus. Now I showed you this has been what everybody's been touting. All right. This is all over the news. They're going crazy. They're like, oh, no, And what is the truthers? They're conspiracy theorists. The truth in community bullshit, right? And they got this is the cross headlines today. Going crazy, right? Trump declares phosphorus a national defense priority. Boom, Trump promote blah blah blah, weed killer, the Roundup. They're doing all this other shit, right? They're doing all this other stuff. Remember, when they're doing this shit, look left. We've known this for fucking 15 years. Okay? We knew this for 15 years. That's the obvious. I told you, guys, they think, right? They think we are the dumbest creatures in existence. Okay? They think we are the dumbest creatures in existence. That's why they can come out here and Trump could come out here and they can do this shit, right? Because I ain't in no algorithm. They don't give a fuck about me. They don't give a fuck about Wise. They don't give a fuck about Truth Virus. So they can come out with shit like this, right? We ain't in no algorithm. Ain't nobody gonna land in our page. Nobody's gonna see the shit we're talking about. It ain't happening. All right. It's not gonna happen. So boom. This is the news, right? And I gotta take, 2 minutes. I'm gonna put my disclaimer here because this is what the truthers are all talking about. Oh, like this some big fucking like this is some big fucking like awakening and shit. This ain't no awakening. Then they got Robert Kennedy. All right, now he's trying to be all, guys, what all they're doing is creating what they've done in every fucking civilization. There's a communist regime and a communist party and a communist convinced population that goes against the nationalists and the country and the freedom or whatever the fuck. Every shit that these colonizers have taken over, that's what they do. They create two sides to fucking go to war with each other. So your neighbor, all right, they're gonna take it there, guys. This is what I've been telling y'all. I've been told you about the flip flop. All right, about how the left was gonna turn into the right, right? I mean, how the right was gonna turn into the left, be just as psychotic, and they are. They're just as fucking psychotic. And these are our neighbors. These are people in our communities. These are places where you send your kids to school. These are communities where y'all in everything around there, everything around us. Okay. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Mag Tifa. I like that one. I'm gonna use that one. Mag Tifa. Right? I gotta do something real quick. So I'm gonna put in my disclaimer, then I'm gonna show y'all what they're doing with this. All right. I haven't seen it yet. Okay. I ain't seen nobody talk about this shit yet. All right. I ain't seen no one talk about this. All I saw them is talking about this and cancer and food. Oh, they're poisoning. They're killing us. All the shit we know for years. Ain't shit new. Ain't shit new ain't nothing new. This is old news. This is just them playing with us. All right. They're playing with us. They're playing with us. So let me put my disclaimer on real quick. Give me two. I might need, 5 minutes or so. Just chill out for a minute. You know what? I'm just gonna play this. I'll just play a song, right? This'll fit better because it's a little longer, and I might need that time. So give me a minute. Take that off. Just give me a minute, please. Peace and love, everyone. See it right, the Matrix on the track.
Peace and love, everyone.
I'm about to hit you with a dual chapter on the fake spiritual awakening that happened in the past 10 years. I call it the CIA-induced spiritual awakening. So sit back and enjoy it. And don't shoot the messenger. Chapter 1.
Let's go! It was a fake awakening, the sleep state, tuned into a dream state, mind deep, fake, created by guys to see, hey, programming your thoughts, E-O-M-O-E, brains bait, awaken for real and enlighten yourself, don't let them soul take, don't get caught in the deep dream state, wake up your mind that the CIA makes. The CIA has created a dream state, chemically, physically, emotionally induced deep state, programmed through experiments and psychological influence that we take. TV, movies, news, sports, entertainment, it's all been done since way back in the day. This information ain't nothing to play with. This is the triangle people talk about, the hidden hand. Secrets to man, new and old. Secrets stay home, old men. Keys to the soul, young and old. The rest don't know, they call it the Illuminati. They want your mind, soul and body, ancient symbolism, ancient wisdom, archetypal control, esoteric psychology. They get them written from the scroll, nobody knows, let the truth be told. You ain't awake yet, well I'm here to let y'all know. It was a fake awakening, the sleep state, tuned into a dream state, mind deep, fake, created by guys to see, programming your thoughts, GMOE, brains bake, awaken for real and enlighten yourself, don't let them soul take, don't get caught in a deep dream state, wake up your mind that the CIA makes. They want your mind, they done this a long time. You need to come to the conclusion, it's all an illusion. Total mind, confusion, soul trap, brain contusion. Hollywood, one of the biggest mind influence machines on earth. Trapping you from the beginning, from the womb to the birth. Take your words, this is the triangle, people talk about it. When you know and understand it, the truth comes out. From Manny P. Hall to Timothy Leary and Joseph Campbell. Dark rooms, synagogues, tunnels to command you. Liquid candle, dark eyes staring at you. Satanic rituals, spiritual visuals. Demonic entities, energies, individuals. Snatching your soul with symbols and sigils. This is ancient knowledge, hidden powers. They know the symbols, they watching you through cosmic principles. Archetypes and propaganda, look at the screens, they trap you. What if I told you your awakening was created, manipulated, and manufactured? I ain't mad at you. It was a fake awakening, the sleep state, tuned into a dream state, mind deep, fake, created by guys that see hate, programming your thoughts, GMOE, brains break, awaken for real and enlighten yourself, don't let them soul take. Don't get caught in the deep dream state, wake up your mind that the CIA makes. Yeah, write the major purpose. Let's go. CIA created hell. Yeah.
Millions of dollars would be spent on LSD research at universities throughout the country. And word would begin to spread on campus about this so-called mind-blowing drug. And suddenly, there was the counterculture of the 60s.
I give the CIA a total credit for sponsoring and initiating the entire consciousness movement, counterculture events of the 1960s.
Dr. Timothy Leary, the 1960s Johnny Appleseed of LSD.
The CIA funded and supported and encouraged hundreds of young psychiatrists to experiment with this drug. The fallout from that was that the young psychologists began taking it themselves, discovering that it was an intelligence-enhancing, consciousness-raising experience.
I know that some of the studies in which the CIA had supported used as subjects people who later became strong proselytizers of LSD. So, in that sense, yes, I think it did sustain the perpetuation of the use of the drug. And it's rather ironic, isn't it?
The counter case that I would make in relationship to that is to remember that the people who were doing the research were people who would be doing the research regardless of who was the sponsor. I don't think anybody working in that time in the remotest ever thought that it would blow up into the kind of thing that it did.
That's the truth.
It was a fake awakening. The sleep state, tuned into a dream state, mind deep fake, created by guys that seek hate. Programming your thoughts, GMO, weed, brains bake. Awaken for real and enlighten yourself, don't let them soul take. Don't get caught in the deep dream state. Wake up your mind that the CIA makes. As we go deep in this rabbit hole, there's some things you need to understand and deeply have to know. This is old, it's used with a combination of psychedelics, GMO food, synthetic medicines, and mass media mind control that they control you and mold you into creatures that you don't even know. Lose your soul, lose control. Directors of the show or the spirit of the human beings that they control. NPCs, that energy manipulation. This creates mental imprisonment and soul confinement across the nations. The CIA has a job and it's to control human behavior and intelligence. Unthoughtfulness and forgetfulness. It's an agency that gets paid for you to see total confusion. Keep living in an illusion. Burn your constitution. Central nervous system, brain fogging and dementia. A whole generation manufactured distractions equals no revolution. No shooting, this was his purpose, at least not nervous. They know they made you worthless. Mind brain waves below the surface. Delta waves channel through inner workings. From alpha waves to the beta waves. They twisted your minds, dead in a maze. Stuck in phase, they got you play. Yeah. It was a fake awakening. The sleep state, tune into a dream state. Mind deep fake, created by guys that seek hate. Programming your thoughts, you know weed, brains bake. Awaken for real and enlighten yourself, don't let them soul take. Don't get caught in a deep dream state. Wake up your mind that the CIA makes. Through music, movies, TV, and social media, they create an emotionally charged reactions. This makes it easy to steer socially and politically charged actions. All distractions, the government knows and understands. Rebellious would be in a critical pattern before they map this. Political movements created by critical solutions. Easily moving, easy to provoke, but they know they will never revolt. I look at political movements as a complete joke. Understanding at the top, they already choke, infiltrated and manipulated. CIA ops already contemplated. You need to wake up and understand that the hidden hand of a man hides like footprints in the sand. It gets washed away, but demoted again with the other hands. Your spiritual waking is fake, it's CIA induced. Spiritual healing, the mind liberating feeling. Flat earth, round earth, dome ceiling. It's all fake and propagated and manipulated. Truth, movement, heavy manipulated. It was a fake awakening. The sleep state, tune into a dream state, mind deep fake, created by guys that seek hate. Programming your thoughts, GMO, we brains bake. Awaken for real and enlighten yourself, don't let them soul take. Don't get caught in a deep dream state. Wake up your mind at the CIA makes. Yeah, right, the Matrix has been through it all. Through crystals, meditation, that crystal ball of predictions. Numerology, astrology, ancient traditions. All these things were used and abused. Manly P. Hall taught us about its use. Bringing Eastern teachings to the Western modern world would open up a door of darkness, unpearled. Mental telepathy, I hope y'all understand where I'm getting, you see. Most people are still plugged into the Matrix, believing and dreaming, thinking they're awake to some new unfounded meanings. Esoteric teachers, it's the spiritual healing, the spiritual feeling. Yeah, you need to understand that many of these practices will open you up. Fake love, cause the hidden hand wants to place inside you no love. Demonic dimensions, astral projections, yoga and mind, altered perceptions. Open your spirit up for demonic possessions. Open tensions if you had eyes to see. You would understand, these are negative dark entities. You need to fight, spread light, get them gone. That's all I got for this deep song. Understand the enlightenment, that yeah right, the Matrix is on. Detached from these attachments, they were all created by the CIA factions. It was a fake awakening, the sleep state. Tune into a dream state, mind deep fake, created by guys that seek hate. Programming your thoughts, GMO, we brain state. Awaken for real and enlighten yourself, don't let them soul take. Don't get caught in a deep dream state. Wake up your mind at the CIA. Much love everybody, yeah, right, the Matrix out. I hope you can understand what's happening. CIA mind control, big faction. Fake awakening.
Peace and love, everyone. All right, y'all, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right. Where we at? Okay. Now, this is all over the news. Big all over the news, right? We already know. They want to do, all these wicked. We already know, man. This is what's crazy because JFK already came out and prepped the sheep flock masses, right? Thanks, appreciate it. It's thanks, bottom line. These, I mean, they already prepped them. And then they come out, oh, it's all about Roundup. And then it's no, it's they ain't even thinking about that shit. Oh, they're trying to kill us and give us man. They ain't even thinking about that shit, man. They been did that. These motherfuckers did COVID. You think they give a fuck about a glyphosate Roundup type shit to try to kill you? They don't give a fuck about that. They're telling you something totally different. And what are they telling you? Boom. Okay. This is what they telling your ass. This is what they telling you. They're coming out and telling you now. Boom. This is what they're telling you. Wait, what's going on here? Boom. This is what they're telling you. We getting back down to the level they like to operate on. Boom. What are they telling you? What are they talking about? The world's leading herbicide active ingredient glyphosate. Here we demonstrate the cell adhesion modifying characters of glyphosate affecting cellular interactions, right? All right. What are they doing? Come on, man. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Development of a novelty MOF nanozyme based smartphone integrative colorimetric and microfluid paper based analytical device for trace glyphosate detection. So, guys, if they could detect glyphosate, right? They ain't trying to detect some shit they already know. They're linking your ass up. All this shit. We already walking like we already got this shit in our bodies, man. Glyphosate influences cell proliferation. All right. A lot of us already know. We've tapped into this before. But when they come out and tell you, right? A portable smartphone-based detection of glyphosate based on inhibiting peroxidase-like activity and I can't even begin to understand to pronounce these words, right? All right. What the fuck is they telling you? And look, this is stories. Look, Trump designates phosphorus herbicides, glyphosate as of course, because they know where we're all at. They don't need a fucking smartphone anymore, man. They don't need it. Look, U.S. president has invoked the Defense Production Act. What defense and Roundup got to do with anything, man? Glyphosate herbicides as strategic priorities for national security. They're telling you the fucking truth. They just ain't telling you how, right? This executive order aims to protect the domestic supply of these materials to ensure military preparedness and agriculture sustainability, according to the White House statement. Come on, guys. We ain't that fucking dumb, are we? Not us down here in the nobody land where everybody says, I just talk shit all day. You know, they say that. Even the flocks say that. I talk shit all day. What are you babbling about now? They tell me, because I'm dropping the truth on all the shit that they're involved in. And I'm shattering illusions and swinging the fucking sword and chopping heads clean off. Right? Look at that. Degradation of glyphosate in water by electrooxidation on magnetite phase application nanofiltration concentrate. What the fuck are these motherfuckers into? What are they talking about, right? Boom, it keeps going, right? Glyphosate is converted into energy in a low fluidic fuel cell equipped with a low content Ni anode and metal-free cathode. Bitch, they're telling you, listen, we just could link your ass. Fuck what you talking about. We could just link your ass, right? They don't need guns. They don't need guns, man. This is a weapon. I mean, come on, defense, right? Military. What the fuck they need weapons, man? They could probably at this point they could probably shut us the fuck off. Told you ain't no AI robots. Stop. We gotta stop that stupid shit. There's no robots being made in a fucking Tesla gigabyte factory that's gonna take over. No, they don't need it. There'll be pets that you can buy and play with and shit. Ain't gonna be no iRobot shit. You're the iRobot. Simple. You're the iRobot. And it keeps getting better, guys. In this study, we report the design and analytical validation of glyphosate nanosensor based on the modulation of upconversion emissions from some fucking code that I didn't take any kind of math for. Nanoparticles. The sensing mechanism relies on rapid, straightforward interaction between Cu2 ions and the upconverting nanoparticles, which occurs selectively in the presence of glyphosate. Now we all know the answer of why this shit been in what it's been for so many years. Because, like Truth Virus says, they be way the fuck at. They drip feed us this bullshit. This shit been in all of us. Now you know why people are NPCs and programmed and sheep flock fucks. Because they're AI. They're fucking AI, man. They're AI. Boom. Right? They're AI. Already got that one. Sorry. Look at that one. Nano photogenic glyphosate sensing integrated into a portable optoelectronic device with deep learning imaging. Oh, it can't be. Wouldn't you fucking say? Wouldn't you fucking say, right? Well, who would have thunk it? But the motherfucking man himself. This is why a bitch that supports this motherfucker could never even talk to me about him being a possible savior. When he could come out and do this and everybody's running, I'm doubting Trump now. Why does he want to do this? We know about this chemical. Shut the fuck up, you fucking sheep flock, dumbass fuck. Get out of here. It's way beyond your comprehension and my comprehension. I don't even know what the fuck it can do. But all I know is this links with that. All I took was glyphosate and lithium ion, which led me down this fucking rabbit shithole. I'm digging through all kind of shit. Like, goddamn, took 2 seconds. I saw this. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? Why would they do this? Well, obviously, look the other way. All right, let me start adding words to it that got to do with fucking technology. Right? Shit they been doing. And lo and behold, I hit the rabbit hole, jackpot. And it gets deeper. All right? But I ain't got enough time on this video. I already know my brother gonna see this video and fucking run to the fucking hills with it. Cause he gets into this shit deep. All right? And I get into it deep too, but goddamn, I mean, this can't be more fucking obvious. And that's another thing. And it's another thing, you know? Think about it. That's another thing, man. The glyphosate is some kind of fucking, it's something to do with linking human beings, okay? What it's gonna do? Shit, I don't fucking know. But hopefully they haven't tapped into our blood-brain barriers, those that are awakened. I mean, we are high fucking priority. Judging the realms I've been around, it ain't a lot of motherfuckers that, I mean, we are thin, like thin. Okay, that's why I told y'all, unplug, detach. What I mean by that, I've been telling y'all, detach from this shit, man. Get off of these truth realms. That shit ain't safe, man. Stay out of all of them. Be careful around my shit because it might be motherfuckers around that, you know, take you away, you know, from it. You know? Nothing draws me to come on here and talk about this shit. All right. I'm going against my own energy to come tell y'all this shit. But I do this because I need to share it. It's a piece of my foundation, right? That's what came to me. I mean, it's just always been in me. That's why I've never adopted anything. You know, I might have dabbled in his there, dabbled in this over here, dabbled this over here, but it just never got me. You never see me on here touting and just representing any fucking thing, except for my own shit that happened in my own life and doing my own thing. Because these motherfuckers could come out here and literally do this and this be all over the news and can't nobody figure it the fuck out. It's obvious that weed, they ain't killing no weeds and bugs, man. They ain't about, oh, yeah, they give cancer. Oh my God, I'm so scared. Oh, and then they're gonna come out with some new shit, right? Alternative. They're gonna be some company pop up and say, well, hold on, Donald. Maybe we should try this one over here. This one has some special technology. I mean, why the fuck we don't need that shit? Other countries do fine without it. You know? All right, Cuts. Yeah, you gotta disconnect, man. Disconnect. 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 You know? This shit is all MK Ultra mind control. All of it. It's all mind manipulation, mind control, man. That's what it all is. All of it. Trust me, it's all of it. It's AI, artificial intelligence. Okay? They're turning us into artificial intelligence, right? That's what they're doing. You know? That's what they're doing, guys. They are putting us through. I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, I mean, it's all the timing is perfect. Of course he would do that. Of course they would say that. They've been doing it. They ain't about to do it. All right. This shit literally says, God, it literally says promoting national defense. These motherfuckers are promoting national defense. Like, it might be places in the world that know what they're talking about. Okay, this is code word for they're unleashing something, right? They're telling us something, right? Why would they do that? Why? They're moving forward rapidly, man. I told this is Mr. 19 all over again. They're just going in all directions with it. It's like, yo, what the fuck, man? I'm like, yo, come on, man. Can we at least get I need a little bit. I just need a smidget. I just need a little blip more of some time that unfortunately we may not even got. You know? I just need a little bit more time, you know? At least, you know, late 2020, you know, a year. I just need less than a year. I'm good. After that, I'm good. You know, whatever. I'm good. I don't give a fuck. You know, because they closing the door. Whether y'all know it or not, they're shutting the door. All right. Before they start really getting to where they're getting, they got to shut the door. Okay. They got to shut the door. And then, you know, the ultimate, whatever religious belief y'all believe in, is going to be upon these lands over here. All right. You know, we are really, we're really headed into some shit, man. They can come out here and do this and this. It goes with this and this and this and this. I mean, it's undeniable. And this, I didn't even go into the Department of Defense. I didn't even go into the weaponry with glyphosate and all these chemicals. I didn't even do that. I'm just here swinging my sword. Somebody will pick it up. Somebody will do it. It took me 2 seconds to figure this shit out. And then look at this. You saw this. This is the other thing I wanted to show. The Iran shit, right? All of a sudden, right? They ain't telling you this part on, Iran threatening to release some, sexual image of Trump or whatever. I don't know. Probably more AI shit, but it goes along with their colonial map. All right? It goes along with the colonial map. Boom. Iran. Look. Why are they bringing Iran in there? Well, because Iran's always been a front. It's been a front, okay? It's been a front. The whole time Iran is running deals with Israel for fucking eons, right? Since the inception of it. Iran, and they just play like the boogeyman in that region. It's a strategic location, all right? You always see war about to happen in Iran, and it never happens. That's because they're playing the game. That's how they took through Syria, playing the game. Playing the game. They play the game. You know? Catch 22, Iran. You know, you ever look at the you ever look at the leaders of Iran? They look like the you know who's. You know, hey, it is what it is. So, you know, thanks, Pale Horse Rider. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Pale Horse Rider. Been a minute. Shout out to you. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. It's just this video really wasn't about that, you know, because also lately I've been up 3 a.m. past 3 nights. Boom, it's springtime. It is what it is. The sun coming around. Those that are, I don't know what to say. I'm not going to say awakened. Not going to say that are lit. Not going to say none of that. Those that got whatever is in this reality is getting hit with information. Man, that shit I've been getting streams, downloads like crazy. You know, understanding actually more of myself and everything that I've been doing, like a reflection. This has been like a reflection download for me and myself, you know? A reflection download to let me go back now and recap all the things that I've seen, done, studied, learned, researched, been through, you know, to put it all into a perspective of like, damn. So I know we're getting close to something, all right? Because it's giving me a clearer picture of a lot of things. And I can come back, boom, tell y'all what it is. NPC is an understatement, okay? NPCs are understatement, man. We are literally dealing with AI in flesh. Like literally. It's mind-boggling, mind-blowing, you know? It's mind-blowing. And when they touch on their reality and you tiptoe and knock on the door of their reality, you know, the program comes out, you know? I had another person yesterday, always front and center on all my posts, always understands it all. Within 24 hours now says everything that I talk about is over the top and stupid, and you don't know how anybody could believe the shit. I'm like, wait a minute. Literally, let me read this fucking comment real quick. Hold on, let me see. Let me read this comment real quick. See if I could find it. See if he responded to this shit. Oh, I don't want to get in there. Let's see what he said. Hold on, let me see what this motherfucker said. You know, good dude, knows what's going on, but once you, yeah, I was swinging the sword yesterday, and just, you know, got caught in the crossfire, you know, with our crushes. I said, dude, it's not a fucking new world order. Stop with the shit. Yeah, you could say it's a new world order, but not what you've been sold. That's not what they're doing, okay? And he got butthurt because I was breaking the shit down. Like, come on, man. Can't be that hard to understand. Right here, he says, he never makes sense. Somebody said, you know, there's another guy. He said, you still make no sense. Because I just said, this is all I said. I'm in the sheep flock fuck land, right? I'm in sheep flock fuck land. And this is what they said, right? It was a post about fucking, you know, I said, at the Munich Security Council, Marco Rubio was telling you the U.S. is over and talked about the old global order is done and Europe needs to join U.S., not China. And that's basically what the fuck he said. That Anybody go watch that shit? That's what he's while you were being fed, like the flock was being fed, Savannah Guthrie bullshit story. He was over there telling them, bitch, you better get on fucking board. All right. And then the next day, Prince Andrews. Okay, all right. I see, hey, they're gonna take down that. They're gonna take down Europe first. Australia probably comes second, some other countries over there, and then it's gonna hit the United States. And during all that collapsing, you're gonna see the promotion of the global economy that is controlled over these lands by the same ones who crashed this bitch. Okay, I'm telling y'all the formula, what they're gonna do. They're going to start slowly promoting, okay, the new global economy in some other way. It might be masked and hidden in some shit they create to combat with the BRICS, okay? But all they're going to do is steal your money. That's all they're going to do is steal the rest of what you got before they totally collapse it. That's what's going down. That's what's going to happen, guys. I don't like to be the bearer of bad news, but it is what it is, okay? That's their plan. I've been looking into the BRICS, and it's all they control it all. They control it all as far as us being here and trying to get into an account on a non-dollar based fucking system, okay? Through BRICS and other foreign shit investments and all that shit. All right. You gotta go. I looked all this shit up. You gotta literally go through BlackRock, through Susquehanna, through State Street, through what's the other one? Goldman Sachs. They've already locked it all down. They're gonna sell back to you. All right. And remember, they have all their shit backed by assets. You got everything by $1. Therefore, as that declines, they're gonna acquire these assets because some of these are gonna involve you putting up your possessions, aka land and property. Telling you, they're doing this. There's no like, oh, this is what the fuck they're doing. Okay, this is what they're doing. So, anyways, back to the person. I just simply said, while you were watching Savannah Guthrie propaganda, Marco Rubio was making power moves that no one saw. And then motherfucker says, well, somebody was like said, which I don't know, understand what, and this person be around. They were like, oh, who's Savannah Guthrie? I thought they were being sarcastic. They were dead serious. They had no fucking clue. I mean, that could be a good thing, but goddamn, and this person be informed on a lot of shit, but hey, it is what it is. But anyways, this other person, he goes, it's a media psyop that he is obsessed with, so he projects it on others that it is actually everybody but him obsessed with it. Yet he's the only one I see talking about it. Like, this is what the fucking sheep flock fucking member that actually follows a lot of the shit that I post and agrees with all of it, right? And then then somebody else commented, it's like, but anyways, this other idiot, I just said, cool story. I said, okay, cool story. He said, because another guy said, you still make no sense. And I said, okay, cool story. And then he goes, the same guy, this is what, the whole point I make. This is how they turn. He never makes sense. His posts are very hard to comprehend, much less read. All he managed to get across is an inflated ego and guru complex. So now this is somebody I literally got on my post that says, that agrees with it, be it chiming in and adding shit to it. Now all of a sudden, everything I said, and this is how it works. But it's just another prime example of how when you poke the people around you, they're going to turn on you, man. We've already seen it in these truther trash realms. We already seen that. We've already seen the truther realm. You've been terminated from our truthing community type shit. We've seen it through every faction. Everybody's seen it. All these factions on this fucking thumbnail, you've already seen it. Damn, it's like fucking Florida rain downpour. No, you're not gonna get any comments. Not in these algorithms. So no, it ain't no good. Unfortunately, it's not nothing's good, but it's something that That's why we gotta let go and face the fucking fire. You gotta face the shit. Like it is what it is. You gotta run through the fucking fire. You know? That's the message that I've been on. Y'all gotta run through the fire. Fuck it. You see the fire burning? It's a little window. Let's run through the fucking fire before we get burnt. You know, it's simple. People don't want to face that fact, you know. It is what it is. They think they're still holding on to a fucking illusion. They think they're gonna save it. I was on some post this morning. People are like, well, you know, I think we could save it if we organize. Fuck, man. We've been trying to organize for fucking 15 years. There's not going to be any organization. There's not going to be any togetherness. There's not going to be any union, okay? There's not going to be no union, all right? There's not going to be any of that, okay? Nobody's going to be united. Unfortunately, the same principles that this country was built upon, united, is not in anyone's category. Only community nonsense bullshit, all right? Because in community, you don't got to have no morals. You ain't got to have no morality. In a fucking community, you can be however the fuck up you want to be because you can cast out of a community. You could function and get people to join a community because it's not based off of a moral foundation. See, being united, like the United States or anything that has to do with being united, is a whole different monkey. You know, you got to have some fucking morals and principles. You know, you got to have morals and principles. And one of the biggest principles of having moral principles is understanding that you gotta love your enemy, right? And not in the, you know, in the in the form of that phrase, but in the form of that phrase like the Bible states. It doesn't actually say mean love your fucking enemy. That would be stupid. That's not even rational thought. Fuck, you can't love your enemy. Okay? The love your enemy quote that nobody really knows and nobody understands the foundation of that quote in the book. It means love your enemy as in a sense of understanding that, how can I put this? Right? It's a foundation that you have to know that that over there, I don't really deal with that, but I know that that piece formulates something. Okay? That's what it means by love that your enemy, right? You learn from your enemy. That's what it truly means. You learn from your enemy, right? I'm gonna break this down for you. Check this out. Doesn't mean literally, oh, you gotta love your enemy. That's not even logical. That don't make zero sense, right? So the word enemy just simply means, okay, one hateful towards and intent on harming somebody, right? Someone, okay? Enemy, an adversary, a foe, a demon, the devil, right? An enemy, literally unfriend, hostile, right? To love. Look, it goes back down. This is the etymology of the word, to love. Amir, related to Amir, means to love. An adversary of God, an unbeliever, a heathen, an anti-Christian, right? Also means the devil, member of an armed hostile body in a war, feud, etc. Right? The opposing military force as a whole, right? Now, right? Love your enemy means understand your enemy because it's an obstacle to you and your foundation, your belief, your family, your system. So you gotta love the aspect and respect that shit. Meaning, not respect like we've been taught. Respect it to mean just like nature does. Nature's got enemies everywhere. But guess what? It dwells with the enemy. Okay? It dwells with the enemy, lives with the enemy, be around the enemy. The enemy could come up and kill the motherfucker and eat it in one day, in one split second, gone. Right? That's what it means by love your enemy. Know where your enemy is, respect that enemy, and you maneuver around it. Simple and plain. Simple and plain. That's all it means. And now we got this enemy, right? We got to respect it. You got to know it. You dwell around it. I mean, it just is what it is, you know? And that's a part of survival and understanding nature as in an instinct, not in an animalistic type thought process. Like we've been trained fucking like animals. We've been trained like, face it, like a fucking zoo, like a bunch of animals, right? But that's all love your enemy means. That you respect it, right? And you gotta love it. Not the love that we were taught. Oh, no, be baby. No, you love it, right? You have that same energy, you know, that same feeling. You know, like, yeah, that fuck that shit right there. Yeah, we don't fuck with that, right? Ain't no different than going by an alligator. You know, that. Oh, you check the alligator out. Oh yeah, it's cool. You know, just don't go near that bitch. Will snap your motherfucking head clean off your body. That's all it means. You going to, oh, look at the sharks in the tank. Yeah, but you ain't gonna fall in the fucking water with the shark. Your ass will be shark food. That's all love your enemy means. You know? Exactly. So, anyways, you know, this is where we at. And my message was today, you know, this wasn't what this live shit was gonna be about. It was gonna more tie into um, these attachments out here and how the programming is to the, extreme at this point. And literally people are programmed AI at this point. Like they only function on one thing. And now, this glyphosate thing. I mean, come on, guys. This shit is like, yo, these motherfuckers can turn. Did they just announce to the world that these motherfuckers could turn on some fucking sleeper soldiers and shit? Like, what? Like, come outside, you might see a fucking just you might see a teacher, a lawyer, a doctor, who knows what the fuck they injected in them. All of a sudden in a convoy, you know, gunned the fuck down or some stupid shit. Who knows, man? What the fuck are they talking about? Like what can they activate? Okay? That's the dangerous shit we need to be like, yo, like whoa. They talking about, this glyphosate shit. They've been spraying this shit all over the motherfucking food. This shit is in all of us. This shit is in all these nanoparticles, man. I told you they operate on a fucking molecular, microscopic scale. Been telling y'all that shit for years. But now they feel like they in a position. Oh shit, they like, yo, shit. We about to come on, and just say, look, bitch, we about to. They literally just came out. You guys, they just literally just came out. And all motherfuckers talking about cancer, they literally just came out promoting the national defense by ensuring adequate supply. Like, yo, them motherfuckers like, yo, what you talking about? China, Europe, Russia, fuck y'all talking about? All right? We got an adequate supply of phosphorus, herbs, whatever the fuck language that they know that this shit do, they just told them. Like, I don't know what the fuck that mean. Like, bitch, We could man, we hit the button and bitch, we got a pandemic in a second. Is this a threat to another country? Now, this is just me hypothetically, going a little bit on the deep end. This is not true. At least I hope it's not true. You know? Like, did they just send a warning out to like some parts of the world? Like, oh shit, like motherfuckers talking about they might know what this chemical is. Told you we isolated from the world of them what they know. We don't know what the fuck they know, you know? But I'm just saying, like, why would they come out and say some shit that they already doing? Like, this is a warning to something. That's a fucking blatant warning to somebody. Bitch, y'all put the shit in that we already know. They come out with the title promoting the national defense by reassuring an adequate supply of fucking phosphorus and, phosphorus and glyphosate based herbicides. Could they be talking about, hey, look, this is a weapon we got here. Like, this, we gonna make sure we stocked up. Fuck what y'all talking about. I don't know, you know? But when I saw that, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, oh, hell no. I know what they talking about. Because we done slid next to these rabbit holes before. We was in the little, you know, we was in the little chipmunk hole. We ain't really, I ain't really know what the fuck they were talking about. But, you know, we knew they were nanoparticles and shit like that. We knew that, other things. So when they come out and do this shit, it's crazy, man. They come out and do this shit, and then they got 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 this shit. Psh, man, shit, you can't tell me nothing, And then you wonder why a motherfucker could be instantly and like literally instantly, boom, programmed. Boom, they could come out with something tomorrow. Everybody, they all on it. Like, what the fuck? Boom, they believe it. Boom, they got them. It's no rash. There's no thinking. It's AI now. Whatever they put out, the human mind computes that shit and it triggered and it's all, oh, that's what it is. Can't tell them shit. Like, this is a dangerous fucking society we're in, man. And I'm like, yo, when they had the ICE shit and the shootings and they shot that pretty dude, whatever. Fake, real, who gives a fuck? The shit that I need to see was clear. I don't want to see the fake and the real. I don't give a fuck. What I care about is what they did to the people, because them motherfuckers came on TV. The Pam Bondi bitch, James Bond type shit, came on and said, like, basically, we ain't watching the same fucking videos. Ain't no way I'm watching what she watching to say some stupid shit like that. That's not even humanly possible. And then to hear the fucking flock members after that repeat the same shit, I'm like, yo, what the fuck kind of sick technology is this? Well, now it's starting to make a little bit more sense. Now it's starting to make a little bit more sense. It's really starting to make more sense now. Right, Mad Cat. It's crazy, man. So, yeah, man, this is like there's a lot of craziness going on, but I'm gonna do another swinging sword video because it's not really what I talk. I want to talk about morals, principles, the foundation, and on this right here. I really wanted to talk about, how you know most people honestly don't have a moral foundation. I've always had one. It's been instilled with me since birth. Like, I've might have did some shit, here and there and whatever, but I always had that moral foundation where I was like, nope, I don't shake it, I don't break it, I don't do none of that because I have morals and principles. And a lot of people don't have those. A lot of people sold that out. A lot of people are walking around as a character. They have no character. They're the character that they have is a facade, you know. So that's what I really, really wanted to go into is, you know, swinging and chopping the heads off of that belief, you know, because unfortunately the foundation is not taught here. We're not taught in school. Our parents didn't, you know, our parents might not have, my parents taught me, you know, my dad, you know, my mom used to tell me my dad used to whisper at birth, like right when I was fresh out the motherfucking womb, like quotes from the Quran, you know? So because he was into Islam. So he used to always, I mean, hey, that shit might have programmed me in my life. You know, because the foundation of Islam is dope. Just like the foundations under all the bullshit of Christianity is actually a moral foundation, but it's even through the Bible they took it away, right? But Islam, I mean, it is what it is. It's always had a moral foundation. Anybody you know that's involved in Islam, they got it for they the motherfuckers is they got a strong fucking foundation. Always have. So, you know, hey, maybe that was it. That's what stilled me my whole life. You know, and I've never been able to get into the system, function into the systematic things that they have set out for us. I always just shit just don't fit with me. Nah, that don't fit with me. School, nah, don't fit with me. Nah, this don't fit. That don't fit me. This don't fit. Nah, I'm good on that. You know, politics. When shit wasn't real, I didn't fuck with it. You know, when it wasn't real, I didn't fuck with it. When it wasn't what I thought it was, nah, I'm good. You know. I mean, I walked away you know, hey, I got morals. I walked away from an entire fucking relationship because, hey, no, I'm not. You cross the line, that's it. I gotta bite the bullet. You know, if I violate my morals and principles, who am I? Like that energy will just destroy me. But I kept it, and it made everything, you know, better. You know, and that foundation, my brother that's on the screen, I know he's got that foundation. You know, you can't tell a man that's already dead, right? That he gonna die. You know, that you're gonna threaten his life. You're not gonna tell a dead man walking that shit. We already dead, man. So you can't possibly tell a dead man no shit like that. You know? You're not gonna tell me during COVID I was locked in the house. Fuck is you talking about? I ain't locked in no house. I'm not locked in no house. Come on, man. Under what? We all gotta, I mean, we all gotta face, okay, there's a system in play. If I know the system that played, okay, well, I'm gonna go on the boundaries of the system. Fuck it. It says this, I'm doing this. You say that, it don't line up with your own system, I'm doing that. Okay. I'm not doing what you're telling me to do. I'm doing what the system telling me to do. Because hey, that's another thing that the truthers and they don't understand is that you know, and I tell all these people that are into all this other shit on here, like the UCC shit and the sovereign shit and all the other stupid shit. Bitch, it's a fucking system here, man. What are you doing that shit for? What are you trying to beat? I mean, this shit is so stupid, man. You know? I mean, you know, the things that line up with the law, yeah, no, that's real. But all that other extra shit, man, that shit's bullshit. I love when people come talk to me. I just break that shit down real quick. Every single fucking group that's on this thing, I'd have been booted out of it, one way, shape, or form or another. You know? So, you know, that's what I want to talk about, a moral footing, a moral foundation. Because if you got that, you got a lot. And you can see that those characteristics, though they're far and few in between in a person. You know, I met that brother. I knew he had a foundation. I already knew it. You just know, you know. You know, I've met a lot. I've met all the people I know. I just know y'all got the people I met and rock out. Y'all know we got a. I know who's got a moral foundation. That's why I rock with y'all. And the ones that I don't rock with, shit, it's a reason why. You know, I know where my energy goes. You know, like fuck. You know, it is what it is. So, you know, that being said, I mean. Gotta break free from all this shit. I see all this shit, man. I'll go on YouTube, man. I'm like, God damn, why am I inundated with this shit? I don't do this. I don't do none of this shit. You know, like when I stopped watching YouTube, I got to come back and recalibrate my algorithm. I got to start watching shit that I'm into because they start flooding back in the algorithm shit that's tied to other people I know. And I'm like, I see how they have like programmed us through the algorithm. Like they'll feed each us like the same shit that they want us to believe in. You know, it's obvious now. It's evident, man. That's why I try to stay off the shit. You know, I'll even go on some channels that ain't even got. I'm not even subscribed to none just to avoid the shit. You know, when I want to know some shit, I go right on a main shit. Like boom, damn, these are these motherfuckers talking about. Like I could click on my shit right now. I see a live stream. Fucking Chaotic Truth is talking about fucking Tataria and shit. Like, come on, that's been flooded in my feed lately. Like, I ain't been watching no shit about no fucking Tataria. Why is it in my feed? Why do they want me to watch this shit? They want me to be busy because they don't want me talking about glyphosate or something. They don't want me talking about some shit, you know? Showing me Tataria shit. Man, I went through that. I was like, okay, it was interesting at first. And yes, I know they reset history before, but I've been to archives, okay? I've studied my own lineage. You're not going to tell me that all of us, no, that don't line up. That's no. The timing that you're talking about don't line up, okay? Sorry. You know, more CIA mind control. Sounds good, but when you start getting into it, I'm like, no, nah, nada. Okay. Some shit is like interesting. Then they started doing the orphan train shit. I'm like, yo, that shit right there is more believable than anything. Okay. And you know, but the Tataria shit, the timeline they're talking about here on this land, it's not adding up. Maybe over there in Europe. Yeah, but over here in the United States, no, it don't. No, we need to go into the mound builders. We need to go into the what was here, which they're trying to keep you from. All right, they try to keep you from what was here before the Spanish. Okay, they don't even want to tell you about the Spanish. Okay, Spain. I mean, why we go straight to English? Why we go straight to fucking George Washington? You know, like, wait a minute, y'all forgot a whole nother fucking, you know, they just glazed over it when we were coming up. Oh, Spain, Spanish, Christopher Columbus, George Washington. They didn't even give us time to compute that shit. You know? They didn't give us no time to compute that shit, and they never told us about the 300 fucking years of Spain rocking out, ruling over here. Where the fuck is Spain? You know? Yeah, it was mostly in South America, but Spanish territory went all the way up here. They don't talk about that, you know? So, I mean, it's a lot that, you know, I mean, it just is what it is, you know? So, 300 years of Spain, where's that? Then British, right? Then you got France, I mean, Great Britain, France, Spain, England, you know? I get it. That's why a lot of people, oh, the New World Order, the New World Order. And you know, another thing is people, you know, with the whole New World, yes, it's a New World Order. They're taking over. They're creating global order. No, you know, no. No, you got to look at it, okay? They got to get in where they fit in. It's been factions that's been in power before, okay? They move aside, okay? It's like they pull their chess pieces back, sit back, okay? 100 years, boom. All right. Well, you got China right now. Oh, you know, they're the same elites, the Rockefellers control China. Bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, like I mean, how do you even got that thought? Because it makes no sense outside of New World Order internet talk. The Rockefellers own and control and run China. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? How do you get that? You not understand that there's a business and there's called like a, you know, they got to do trade, economy, you know, economic side, and then there's a country. All right, just like when the British was in China and the shit they were doing in China. All right, and the wars in China that happened. Right, and they, you know, they took, you know, Hong Kong and shit like that. Right, it's the most powerful motherfucker on the chessboard wins at the time. All right. Now you got motherfuckers as powerful that didn't back down to your threats that you had. All right. So you got to go make deals with them now. You got to go get in where you fit in now. All right, because you're not going to war your way out of it. Done got too far. Done got too big. It's like, no, it's still the new world. I was like, okay. Outside of what you know, go ahead. When you could just simply just look and see everything that's going on. It's a shift of power. That's it. All right. And then when the dollar's eliminated, just look at what happened to all these other nations. Military takes over all property. All right. Government takes over all property. Okay. What else? And whoever can defend it owns it. Simple. An AR-15 ain't gonna do it, bub. Sorry. They already know what they're gonna inherit. Okay. An AR-15 ain't gonna do it. You know? Whoever can defend it, own it. That's how it's went. You could look at the fall of every single fucking every transfer of switch of power fall of a nation. It's always how it happened. And then yeah, all the like I tell all them people UCC and oh we're gonna own it, we're gonna do that. I'm like oh hell man, listen man, you're talking about motherfuckers who don't care about paper. All right, you're talking about motherfuckers who have shit backed up by a whole new system that's coming on. All right, and then this is one more thing before I go. There was these dumb motherfuckers. There was these dumbass people. That's a good point, Kimmy. Yeah, that's where you're headed. But it's these dumb ass motherfuckers. Let me see if I can find it. I think he blocked me because I was like, you gotta be the stupidest motherfucker on the fucking planet to believe this shit. I think he blocked me though. Um, I mean, I couldn't believe this shit. Oh no. Okay, no, he ain't blocked me. Listen to this shit. I'm gonna show y'all this dumb fucking shit. This is what I'm telling you about mind control and the CIA, man. This is what I'm gonna tell you about it. Hold on one second. Check this shit out, man. Listen to this shit. Let me listen to this. I'm trying to lace y'all up. All right, listen to this. All right, it's your boy JC. I'm back at y'all, man. Want to lace y'all up on some things that I think y'all need to be aware of. All right, I'm gonna go and flash it on you, man. All right, well, you see this currency this right here? Shit is mine. This is some currency. All right. This be a motherfucker that be talking about all the same like UCC shit and like I mean this is just this is crazy. This is mental retardation. I mean anything. I mean this is just bad. Check this shit out. See, I'm back at y'all, man. Want to lace y'all up on some things that I think y'all need to be aware of. All right, I'm gonna go and flash it on you, man. All right, well, you see this currency right here? This is some currency I purchased early last year. I'm trying to lace y'all up. Y'all need to get y'all some. Okay? Right here, that says a $500 million Bolivar note. What name do it say above that? The Republic Bolivar de Venezuela. Okay? From Venezuela. I got other countries' currency as well. Now, you see that stack? That's state currency, man. Right now, you can buy $1 million worth of Venezuela Bolivar for about 35, 40, $50. Y'all need to know what's going on, okay? I'm here to post certain things to educate y'all whether you take it or not, all right? That I post to you guys, I know you're not going to understand. I know it. I know you're going to persecute me. I know you're going to talk down on me. I know this shit, man. But I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? I just have a job to do. I feel like I should bring y'all this information. Do you know that one time the United States of America was never called the United States? It was called Turtle Island, America. All right. Do you know the difference with native mean? Do you know the difference of native and indigenous? Do you know what that means? Do you know the difference of what that means? Do you know who a Native American is and an indigenous American is? Get it? All right. Native mean Your parents, your ancestors, your grandparents came from somewhere else on the planet, another nation somewhere, and settled somewhere else and had children, and their children ended up being to this place long enough to claim wherever they've been at as home. So that's why they call the so-called Indians over here Native Americans, because they came from Siberia and Alaska. Now they are not indigenous to the Americas. This nigga even dumb as fuck. Next thing you need to know that Canada, Mexico, all the Caribbean islands, and some parts of Brazil just may happen to be Venezuela, belong to North America. All of that belong as one landmass. All right, y'all need to know this. So there's going to be a currency reset. All these countries that have been having sanctions on their money is gonna get lifted. And when those sanctions get lifted, their currency dollar is gonna go up. And when it go up, you can wake up tomorrow rich. Now say you can buy you some currency and you like, JC, I can't afford that right now. All right, then you say I got a little money saved in the bank. Now, let's just say you got $2,000 saved in the bank. And you say, man, you know what? I'm gonna go on spend 500 of it. Man, buy you some Vietnamese dong, some Bolivar, some of this Venezuelan money, because it's very, very cheap. It's so many cents on a penny. You can get it. But here's the good part. If you go broke and you need that money, take it to the foreign currency exchange. They're going to give you your money back. You might lose $1. Yeah, like, okay, we're not going to listen to him. This right here is the shit that I'm fucking talking about. That's why I got to come swinging the sword. Because this the type of shit that gets people. So listen, if y'all believe that shit, go ahead and have fun. It's like Wise said. A lot of shit we don't like to show because a motherfucker do some shit and then be like, oh yeah, right, told me to do, or oh, I saw that, No. And that comes with having a moral foundation. There's been a lot of shit, magic, story, all that shit, you know. We may know. Me and him both came together and said, look, we not gonna talk about the shit on here. It's no benefit to talking about it. All right. Because we know what it do. We understand it. And we understand that putting it on these platforms opens up the door for a person to be consumed and just take it the wrong way, like the whole fucking truth community does that right now, anyways, at this point. But what this dude had just said, he literally said, I mean, you could go find this was shit well known. You could buy currency, but he just mentioned Venezuela. The fucking currency never comes back. That shit from 20, he even says it. And I read the certificate he got. It's from 2021. It's certified authentic Venezuelan money, but it's out. It's gone. It's defunct because they created a new domination, which dominated that one even lower. So you can't, that don't work like that. Paper is worthless. Paper is backed by nothing. They're not going to come back and have a booming economy. You go over there, oh, I got 500 million Venezuelan dollars. Like this motherfucker, like what the fuck is wrong with people, man? Like, yo, can you believe that shit? That's unbelievable, man. He's literally, and that video got like, he deleted my comment on there. That video had, that video's got 826,000 fucking views. 34,800 likes. Come on, man. That's not how it works, okay? You're not paying $35 for some currency that's not even in circulation, to where that currency he couldn't go to Venezuela right now and turn it in and get money for it. They'll be like, no, they don't make those no more. They're not accepting those no more. Like what? There's a new domination that is defunct, that's gone. You can't use that no more. It's novelty, motherfucker. Like, what are you doing, man? This is crazy, man. Gold and silver is the only currency. And other, palladium, and there's other metals, copper. I mean, that's actual currency. That's it. That's the only place you can go in the world that is accepted currency. This shit he talking, this shit is crazy. I told you, AI is fucking crazy. Now that shit he talking, where you learn that shit from, man? Fucking around, went AI and then went and typed some shit in, and it done told you, and man, I'm telling you guys, this shit is serious, man. This shit is serious. It's serious, man. It's bad. But on that note, man, I gotta get up off here. I might do another stream, soon, because I do want to go into a different thing. And again, I'm telling y'all to unplug from the matrix, like totally unplug and just understand that this shit is gone. You gotta know it's over, man. There is no future. There is no this. When a motherfucker could come out, right? When a motherfucker could come out and do this, and then it's like connected to this, and the technology, all this technology. I mean, come on, man. Come on. I mean, it's not hard to understand. And this right here, look, okay, they're explaining it as it can detect glyphosate, all right, and crops and shit like that or whatever. What they're not telling you is a smartphone can detect glyphosate in you. Therefore, that smartphone could be hooked up to some technology that can monitor your body, monitor your feelings. I mean, this shit, they probably already doing this shit now. How you think we be getting shit by just thinking? Telling you, man, these shits is already interacting with our minds, man. They just not telling us yet, man. I already know I can find that shit out. I already know I can find it. This shit is already interacting with us, interacting with our minds, making us think different ways. I mean, just this shit is powerful, man. It's powerful. But on that note, man, I gotta get off here. But much love to you guys, and I will talk to y'all later. So I appreciate everybody that joined, everybody that watches it later. Shout out to you guys. And yeah, man, stay up, pay attention, unplug, man, and prepare for what they got coming as best as you can. But know that the shit is going down. Let it go. Ain't no sense of holding on to hope, holding on to like, oh, we can. Them shit should have been over, But much love to y'all. I got to get up out of here.
So, when you hear me speak and the things I say, I'm speaking to my people.
If you ask me, I'll tell you what is wrong with the world. We're being desensitized from the things we should feel. Living our lives in these times while we suffer inside, and we can't see the problems because the masses are blind. Let's try and find a solution. We're not helping ourselves. We're walking around unattached and disconnected from self. Too comfortable and too scared. That's why we never rebel. That's why we catch me writing rhymes and trying to balance the scales. Put car on the roads. It seems like dawn of the dead. Zombies, robots, lemons being misled. It's like we're sheep to the slaughterhouse on the conveyor belt, about to self-destruct because we're under a spell. We search for purpose, but nothing ever surfaces. We need to be accountable because we're deserving this. Alarm bells are ringing, but it's like you refuse to wake up. Subconsciously you're hitting on the snooze. It's just another day in this world while we're living under the spell. When you travel through realms, just make sure you prevail. Elevate for yourself. You need to stop sleepwalking. We're blinded by the rubbish and glamorized materials. Imperialism has got us fearing rules and tired of these rappers rapping about their cars and jewels. If we take a step back, they will define buffoons. The saddest thing is that they're in the minds of all the children. They keep our money motivated and that's how they kill them. But do we care? No. Young money's here. That's why I aim this 2 inches above your earlobe, so we can all start pulling in the same direction. Cause it seems to me like we've lost that connection. Man, you've sold your soul, so you show no affection. Get to know yourself and love your reflection. It's like your brain's a phone and you got no reception. Arm your mind with knowledge, use it as a weapon. Alarm bells are ringing, but it's like you refuse to wake up. Subconsciously you're hitting on the snooze. It's just another day in this world while we're living under the spell. When you travel through realms, just make sure you prevail. Elevate for yourself. You need to stop sleepwalking.
There has to be some accountability. You have to have some self-account. You have to think for yourself. What am I going to do that's right for me, man? When am I going to take ownership for what I do to me and my people?